I've reviewed hundreds of the world's best slings, and this is just a fraction of them. They're all over our office. And in this video, I picked the 10 best specifically for traveling. I'm gonna give you specific recommendations based on different use cases, because all these slings are different. They all got different pros and cons. And the best part of this video is if you wanna learn more about any of these slings, they all have their own in-depth review, which will be linked in the description below. And a special shout out to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. I'm literally rocking their hoodie right now. More information on them in a minute. Now real fast, let's just talk about like travel slings in general, like what it is that you should be looking for. Because I've been to like 60 countries, I always bring a sling with me. So I know a thing or two about this, and like you gotta think about the whole travel experience. Are you A, just wearing a sling on your flight, right? It's like maybe you got a backpack at the back and your 1.5 bag in it, and then once you get to your destination, you'll just use the backpack as your day pack? Or do you just got a suitcase and maybe you got like a tote and you don't plan to fly with the sling, and you just want something to use as your day pack for when you get to your destination, right? This is kind of the split of travel slings. There's the flight and then the destination. Compressible slings like this Matador Refraction sling are very popular, right? Because they take up very little space in the bag. But it's not gonna give you as much capacity if you wanna travel with a lot of stuff in your day-to-day, as opposed to like this Toshi Rework sling, which is bigger, but that means that you can pack more stuff. Water bottle, umbrella, maybe a small DSLR camera. You also gotta consider, are you just gonna be slinging it? Or do you also want a sling that can double up as a fanny pack? Because not all these slings can, right? This one's not gonna be a good fanny pack. This one's gonna be a great fanny pack. And we're gonna talk about all these slings individually. For me, I'm more of just a sling guy. I'm a little vain. I don't wanna be like rocking, in a new city. Hey guys, I'm the white guy, But I also can't deny how functional a fanny pack is, right? I mean, it feels great. But I think a few features that you should be looking for are something that's more on the subtle side. When you're traveling, you never wanna attract too much attention to yourself, right? You just kinda wanna fly under the radar. So nothing with too many bells and whistles. Also, hidden back zippered pockets like here are great for traveling because it's an easy spot to put your passport and or wallet. And it's safe and against your body at all times. And the last thing to consider is also weather resistance. Are you going to destinations that might be a little bit more rainy? Do you want your gear protected from the rain? If so, something like this sling, which has a highly weatherproof coating on it, can go a long way for protecting your gear. All right, let's get into the actual list. All right, first on the list is the Evergoods CAS2. Evergoods is known for making simple but like burly gear that works really well in the outdoors, but also doesn't stick out too much in an urban environment. And this is a really cool option for traveling because it works really, really well as a sling and as a fanny pack or a hip pack, whatever you want to call it. The fabrics that are used and the construction techniques that Evergoods implements means that this thing's gonna last the test of time, so you can travel with it for years and years and years. Plus they have a really dope lifetime warranty. It's something for a more minimalist traveler. There's not a lot of organization in the main compartment, but you will be able to store things like your passport and boarding pass and the smaller bits of gear that you have in the back sleeve. The back panel gives you a little bit of comfort and ventilation with these cuts on those hot travel days, you're sweating a little bit. You don't want this like plastered to your chest, And it's also one of the rare slings that can actually fit a water bottle, right? So when you are traveling at your destination, if it is hot and sweaty, you can pop a water bottle in there. This is a 24-ounce Columbia and stay hydrated on the go. It's a little bit pricier, coming in at 100 USD, but if you're like the buy it for life type, you're gonna love Evergoods. And we did a full review on this guy, which you can find linked below. Next up, we got this guy, which is the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter. Bellroy's from Australia, and they're known for making really beautiful bags, but also bags that are very functional as well. This is one of my favorite slings of all time for a few different reasons. One, like it's very light and malleable. It's not like super compressible like some of the other slings that we'll talk about, but it's, compressible enough. But I love this sling for how comfortable it is. You see the strap management system, the way that it's attached to this nylon right here? It just really flows with your body quite well. It's cozy, I'm not gonna lie, you're just a cozy sling. I think this sling is subtle, like you don't wanna attract too much attention to yourself when you're traveling, but it's got a bit of panache, to give you a little bit of joy while you're using it. And for me, this back zippered pocket is a great spot to keep your passport and or wallet. This bag runs around 90 USD, so a little bit pricier still, but Bellroy has a 6-year warranty. And yeah, I can just personally vouch for this one. I've traveled with it to dozens of countries. And to find out why I like it so much, just take a look at the description below, you'll find a link to the full review. Yeah, this Bellroy Venture, I freaking love this fabric. It's so beautiful and functional. But you know what other fabric is also beautiful and functional and comfortable and awesome? Merino wool, which is literally the fabric that my hoodie is made of. And this is from Unbound Merino, who are masters at making clothes specifically for traveling. And what makes Unbound Merino clothes so good for when you're on the road is the fact that this wool is odor resistant, it wicks moisture, and honestly, it just feels and looks great. For me, when I'm traveling, I'll go for pleasure and business sometimes, right? So I know I can just rock their travel pants and their hoodie on the flight, and then when I land, I can just go to a business meeting if need be. Because when you're traveling, you wanna look fly, you wanna look fresh. And speaking of their travel pants, I love the hidden back zippered wallet pocket on it. The zipper is totally concealed, so I always know that my wallet is safe. And this is my favorite travel hoodie of all time. It's super light, super comfy, and very packable. And I love these interior pockets for when I'm on my flight. You know, you got your passport, you shove it in there real fast, boarding pass. Helps keep me organized, while of course, looking fresh in the process. We're very picky about who we work with here at Nomads Nation, but Unbound Merino was a no-brainer for us. I'm a super fan of all their stuff. And to learn more about them, just check the pinned comment below. Back to the review. Next up, we got the Tomtoc Slingbean. Tomtoc is blowing up right now, and the reason is they're making really high quality gear, but their bags are also pretty affordable. This guy's just 30 bucks. And this is a really common travel sling for the ladies. It's got kind of a cuter shape to it, comes in more color options, and that's why the footage that you see is actually featuring my sister Marissa, who's the face of our sister channel, Gear for the Girls. And she was just a big fan of how beautiful it is. Minimalist organization. You still got that back pocket if you want to throw your passport or wallet in there, and a quick access front pocket as well. Overall, it's definitely a smaller sling. This is like a pocket reliever, right? Just so you don't have to carry things here, and then you can carry them here instead. But really, I think that, you know, as functional as it is, it really comes down to having a more accessible price point while still having really nice fabrics and materials. Like, look how beautiful that interior is, right? And for the ladies, it's like one of those travel slings that you can wear while you're traveling, but then when you actually get to your destination, you know, it's got some style to it. My sister Marissa was a big fan of this sling, so we linked her full review of this bag in the description below. Next up, we got the Aer Pro Sling. Aer's from San Francisco, and they're known for making like really techy gear. And this Pro Sling is like a lot bigger than some of these other slings. It's almost 5 liters. Which means, again, we've got another sling on this list that can actually accommodate a water bottle. But as opposed to the Evergoods that can also hold a water bottle, this one's just a bit more organization friendly, a bit more tech friendly, right? This is a sling that I'd use, you know, for days that I'm going to a coffee shop to get some work done. You can throw your small tablet in here maybe, portable battery, your mouse, wires can be organized in here. You got a key leash. I mean, it's definitely a sling that prioritizes organization a bit more. And I like this sling for its security because it can do a couple cool things. One is like, you know, if you're on a train in a city that you're not too familiar with, you want a little extra security, you can actually tie these zipper heads together. So it creates sort of like a theft deterrent system. And also there's no front pocket here, right? So if you are wearing the sling on your back, there's no easy pocket for a potential thief to try and get into. And it's also got a hanging hook, which is great when you're traveling and you're going to the bathroom, right? And you don't want to like keep the sling on, you can just pop it on the hook. It's a little on the pricier side, it's 80 USD, but that does come with a lifetime warranty. And these fabrics are like really high quality. This nylon is made from Cordura, which is one of the best fabric companies in the game. I got a lot of use out of this sling in my travels. And you can check our full review, linked below. Next up, we got the Alpaka Flight Sling. Alpaka's from Australia. They're also blowing up recently for making really great bags, and they're making a lot of them really fast. And as the name suggests, the Flight Sling, this thing is designed for flights and traveling. I like the fabric it's used. It's very compressible, very light. This is a ripstop material, which means it's gonna be very abrasion resistant. And you also got some PU coated zippers. This is really nice if you're traveling to a destination where it's really rainy, right? As these zippers then are very weather resistant. You can use the back pocket to store your passport, bit of organization in the main compartment. But what's cool about this sling for traveling is you have the ability to remove the shoulder strap. So what that means is like maybe on your flight you don't need a sling and you can just use this as like a tech pouch or even a compression cube, right? Just put a bunch of stuff in there to help organize. And then when you get to your destination, you can clip the shoulder strap on, and now you got your day sling. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. This sling's a good like middle ground is where it's not too expensive, but not too cheap. It's 50 bucks. So if you want something nicer, but you don't feel like dropping $100 on a sling, it's a really good option. And it also comes in 4 color options. Full review down there. Next up, the Rework Toshi sling. Rework is a new carry brand, and they released this sling and it is exploded in popularity. And the reason is it's a great sling if you love features. Toshi actually means city in Japanese, and they made this to be like the perfect urban sort of exploration sidekick. I like the comfort system because you can actually take this strap and hook it into different points, therefore customizing the wear, which is nice when you're traveling because maybe you just get sick of wearing it a certain way, or you know, it's not comfortable enough for you when it's more packed out, right? This kind of gives you options. And speaking of options, this is also a sling that has external carry options. So you can see you got these 2 straps, and you can fit a water bottle or an umbrella under there. And I like the umbrella because, you know, if you are traveling to a rainier city, use the umbrella right, and then it stops raining. You don't want to put your wet umbrella inside the sling. You can just slide it underneath the bottom. And one last thing that I do like about this sling is it gives you some versatility. It's actually quite thin when it's not fully packed out, but if you want to go full 5 liters, it can accommodate a lot of gear. So it's like the best of both worlds. Compresses a little bit when it's empty, but can expand when you need that extra space. The bag runs around 90 USD. That does come with a lifetime warranty. And if you're just the kind of person who loves features, like this is gonna be right up your alley. Full review down there. Next up, we got the Black Ember Sacoche. Black Ember is known for making really beautiful and very premium everyday carry and travel gear. And this Sacoche, I think, is a bit more niche, but could be really perfect for the right person. It's pretty basic. You just have a front compartment, which is secured with a magnet, and a back zippered pocket here with a divider. And you also got a pretty nifty top handle as well. I think this could be a good travel sling for somebody who's looking for something really beautiful, right? Because like it's a really nice looking sling. So if you're traveling somewhere and you want to have like a nice looking bag for those nights out for, you know, dinner or going to the club, this wouldn't look out of place by any means. Again, the straps are detachable, so it can just kind of turn into a tech pouch. And you got a really cool safety feature here. If you're traveling to a little bit of a seedy area, you can just take this zipper, slide it on through, and it's locked and loaded, baby. And I gotta tell you, this 6.6 ballistic nylon that they're using on the fabric, oh my God, it's gorgeous. Beautiful weave, a little bit of a shine to it, but not gonna attract too much attention. Yeah, this one's gonna give you style points for days. The price is usually around 40 to 50 USD, depending if there's a sale. But Black Ember also provides a lifetime warranty. Full review, link down there. Next up, we got the Sympl phone sling. And this one's a little bit different because it's a vertical sling, right? It's not like this on your chest. Usually they kind of like wear it messenger style, and it hangs this way. And as the name suggests, it's perfect for your phone. It's just a little guy, right? This is just like one of the smaller slings on our list. You've got this front pocket here with a key leash, and the main compartment has like this gusset style opening, which is great for visually seeing whatever is in the sling, right? This is like a really quick access kind of dream sling. Again, the shoulder strap is removable, so you can just turn this into a tech pouch if you want. And aside from the access, it's a great sling if you're really concerned about weather resistance. Look at this fabric. This is like a polycarbonate ballistic nylon. It's kind of rubbery in its texture, highly weather resistant. And same thing with the PU coated zippers. And what's cool is if you're also into modular travel, like Sympl sells backpacks that have like this lash point on the shoulder straps. You can go ahead and take this and slide it on, so then you can actually carry your sling here. You can carry it here. You can carry it in your Unbound Merino sweatshirt. Overall, it's a sling that I was really impressed with. It's a lot of fun. It'll make a great travel companion. It's around 80 bucks, but you're getting some really high quality materials again. Again, we've got Cordura fabrics. And yeah, Sympl gear in general. They just do really good work. Love this mesh, nice elasticity to it. I don't want to give it all away. And it's cool too, because it's got like this credit card ejector feature. So whenever you're, at the new destination, you gotta pay by credit card, just bills on me. If you want to find out more, link below. Next up, we got the Inateck crossbody. Inateck is known for making really like futuristic kind of looking gear that's also not too expensive. And this is definitely a bigger travel sling. It's around 4 liters. And in the main compartment, you got a ton of organization. I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pockets and or sleeves just in the main compartment. And then in the back pocket, you got 1, 2, 3 credit card sleeves as well. So a really great travel sling if you like to stay highly organized and you got lots of bits of gear. But aside from being great for the highly organized person, it's also a great option for the hydrated person, as there's just a water bottle sleeve in the middle. Now, how well that works will depend on how packed out the sling is, but you can use that also for an umbrella, maybe a small selfie stick or something, or even if you got like a rain jacket, right? It just finished raining, the jacket's wet, you can do one of those and shove it in there. And what's great about this sling, like when I saw it, I was like, damn, that's like $100 sling, but it's only like 40, 45 bucks. So it gives you organization, features, and a pretty badass aesthetic. If that's your thing, to each their own, all coming in at less than 50 bucks. Full review down there. And last on the list is the Matador Refraction Sling. Matador is a US company and they're making really rad travel gear. And this is actually the first sling on the list that's a compressible sling. Like it's literally meant to be folded into itself. Now, I think that slings that fold into themselves is a little overrated of a feature, because at the end of the day, this is already not taking up any space, and like, is this actually less space than this? But if you're the kind of person who likes to be tidy and organized and the idea of a folding sling into itself feature sounds good to you, then this is one of the better options on the market. Now, to be as compressible as it is, there's not really any organization in here. No pockets in that pocket, you just got 2 pockets and that's it. But that compressibility gives this thing such a lightweightness, where again, if you're not carrying a lot of gear, it's just gonna feel really freeing. But definitely because of its size, it's more of a pocket reliever. Nice little hanging loop for when you have to use the restroom. And I honestly love this fabric right here on the front. It's got a little stretchiness, a little bit of stretchiness to it, but it just feels good. It looks good. That powder blue kind of color gives the bag a bit of life, but without, again, drawing too much attention. And it only comes in at $40 US. Full review, you can find down there. Now, if you're still watching this, there's a good chance that you're not quite sure which of these slings piques your interest the most, right? They're all pretty cool. So I'm gonna make it a bit easier for you. I'm gonna give you 2 recommendations that I like a lot, but I'm also seeing recommended in the community. I think if you're looking for a sling that can do really well as a hip pack as well, it's gonna be hard to beat the Evergoods CAS2. Not a lot of slings can kind of do both. And while it's a little pricey, like I said, it's a buy it for life product. But if you're not looking for a hip fanny pack and you just want a sling, I really love the Alpaka Flight Sling. It was designed for travel. It's got a great feel to it. It's a solid look, it's lightweight, it's malleable, it's everything that I want in a travel sling. And to learn more about either of these bags, just go ahead and watch these videos right here. A special thank you again to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. More information about them in the pinned comment below. My name is Aaron, this is Nomad Nation, and we'll catch you next time.